Punch, the bullied baby monkey, has now gone so viral that IKEA has sold out of his comfort toy.
This scientist wanted to bring food to life, but his project quickly turned into a nightmare.
Pay attention because the Simpsons might make you rich overnight before April 4th.
I just made a discovery that will shock you to your core. All of humanity is about to stand in awe at this final moment. And no,
Hey there, it's your boy from Chill Spot, ready to dive deep into the world's creepiest corners? Today's video is stacked with cursed finds, unsolved mysteries, and things most people wish they'd never seen. Can you handle it? Stay with me to the end, hit that big red subscribe button, and tell the squad below which clip turned your curiosity into goosebumps. Let's get the show rolling.
Punch, the bullied baby monkey, has now gone so viral that IKEA has sold out of his comfort toy. Crypto coins are being created. The zoo is being overwhelmed and had to turn people away. And we even got people planning out rescue missions to try and save him. Now, Punch is a baby macaw who was abandoned by his mother not long after birth. And ever since, he's had trouble fitting in and making friends with the other monkeys at his zoo in Japan. In fact, humans have become his companions, with zookeepers hand-raising him and even giving him a stuffed orangutan toy from IKEA, which over time would almost never leave his side. Punch essentially treated it like the mother he never had. He would sleep with it, carry it around, and instinctively run back to it every time he was being scolded by other monkeys. When he would eventually feel safe again, he would leave his toy and return to his peers. Now, videos of this quickly started going viral online and broke people's hearts. IKEA told the Washington Post that Punch's comfort toy has now sold out in multiple different countries, and they're asking for people's patience while they try and get it back into stock. In the meantime, though, people are reselling them on eBay for 300 to 400% of its original price. A Punch meme coin is being created and surged 80,000% since launch, and it's even hit a market cap of $30 million. Ichikawa City Zoo has had to place a red important notice banner on their website, warning people of enormous overcrowding and long lines, and they even had to turn people away despite them waiting in line for hours. Even PETA has got involved, starting beef on Twitter. They said that people shouldn't be angry at other monkeys who were scolding Punch. Rather, their anger should be directed at Ichikawa City Zoo for locking Punch in a bare concrete cage and making money off his misery. But the question is, what do you guys think?
This is Punch, the 6-month-old monkey who has completely melted the internet's heart. Punch is a macaque living in Ichikawa City Zoo in Japan. He was born in July 2025, but shortly after birth, he was rejected by his mother. Zookeeper stepped in to hand-raise him, eating him, monitoring him, and trying to ease his anxiety because baby monkeys instinctively cling to their mothers. Staff gave him blankets and soft toys for comfort, and that's when Punch chose his favorite, a plush orangutan. Now, viral clips show him hugging it while he leaps, burying his face into it, even carrying it like a tiny security blanket. Social media has since erupted with Punch the Monkey memes. There is good news though. Zookeepers have begun introducing him to other macaques, and he's reportedly started bonding with another young monkey. And in a heartwarming twist, IKEA Japan's CEO saw the story and donated even more plush monkeys. So Punch has more company. And not only that, IKEA Spain changed the product page for their plush monkey toy to this, proof that sometimes the internet actually does something sweet. If you're not following Science X Lab, you're falling behind. But if you are, congratulations, you're evolving, learning, and growing every single day.
You just need to punch.
All around me are familiar faces.
You need to punch.
This scientist wanted to bring food to life, but his project quickly turned into a nightmare. According to him, Russell Cameron mixed human DNA with different fruits and vegetables, and the creatures he ended up with were as strange as they were disturbing. He claims he created a banana that could actually think, solve simple logic tests, and even recognize certain shapes. Then he worked on a broccoli that, at the slightest touch, released a liquid that looked like tears, as if the plant could feel some kind of pain. But the worst one, according to him, was a carrot that started moving on its own and tried to escape the lab, forcing the scientist to tie it up to stop it from getting away. Since he shared these experiments, people have been wondering how far he's willing to go and whether any of this could actually be real. Some believe he crossed a dangerous line by playing with living things, while others are convinced it's all just staged to shock people and get attention. Some viewers even think he might be preparing something much more disturbing, as if these creations are only the beginning of a far bigger plan. The only thing everyone agrees on is that these videos left thousands of people confused, unable to tell whether they should believe it or just laugh it off.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into something really exciting. I can't wait to share this with you.
I just made a discovery that will shock you to your core. All of humanity is about to stand in awe at this final moment. And no, I'm not exaggerating, but I'll let you be the judge of that. Did you know that life as you know it right now was manifested in the 40s and in the 30s, even in the 20s, of satanic rituals done in the California desert by some of the biggest names in the world? Walt Disney, L. Ron Hubbard, Jack Parsons, the father of our modern rocket technology, which he got from a weird source, by the way. We'll get into that. And so many more, because the secret is not so secret, even though you don't know what it is. Aleister Crowley, Walt Disney, Jack Parsons, they were all friends. Half of them worked for our own government. But what in the world were they doing? I had to block out a word right here. A word that has to do with intimacy. They were using intimate rituals to do Babylonian workings to bring forth a moonchild to rule the world. A moonchild conceived of nothing but witchcraft. Literal demons and fallen angels were talking with these people, and they recorded every single word. And this moonchild, he will enter the stage given power as the chosen one, and he will rule with a hand of liberty. But we'll get back to that. So first off, how was Jack Parsons able to get this technology that none of us ever knew? Well, Jack Parsons learned a whole bunch from Aleister Crowley, who they call the Beast. He was also the first person to come in contact with a Grey that he actually summoned. And all of these different guys were opening portals in the desert. When did the Area 51 thing happen? After they were opening these portals. These Greys have a lot more to do with everything than you really know. And I did tell you that Jack Parsons was working for the US government. Meanwhile, in talks with demons and fallen angels and doing this intimate magic in the middle of the desert. So why were the government's fingers in this? Because the government was awaiting a savior. And their savior looks like a man, but he has a very, very, very old spirit. Like most other visionaries, these people get their information and their technology from divination, higher sources bigger than they are. They go to energetic ley lines, they draw sigils, and they do magic incantations, and they summon devils. The funniest part about it is most of the world thinks that demons and fallen angels don't exist, but the highest up in the government talks to them and they have documented it. And it is really crazy the way it all connects. Like we have Dr. Werner von Braun, a tale of Project Mars, right? Of course, being the L, like the Elon, at Mars. And of course, we have that same guy being at a very high place in this world right now. But this is not about him. But I know you are dying to hear who this moonchild is. So let's get back to the Babylonian working. The moonchild was a thought conceived from the devil himself to Aleister Crowley. And this Babylonian working was basically the final key to get everything to lay out perfectly. The Babalon working, not the moonchild, was a set of rituals taking place from January to March 1946. It was a closing ceremony, if you will, for what was to come and what may be here now, where they documented how they conjured up these demons and these spirits, what they said, and all of that stuff. And these kings of darkness would literally speak to these people, Jack Parsons and all of them, and they wrote down what they said. Therefore I, the Antichrist, call upon the chosen and the elect upon all men. Come forth now in the name of liberty, that we may be forever, get rid of the tyranny of the Black Brotherhood. Get rid of the tyranny of the Black Brotherhood? What is that? Well, the Antichrist spirit that's talking to him told him already, it's Christianity. What a mighty fine inversion, isn't it? Their entire goal with the moonchild, with everything, was to put an end to Christianity. Y'all do understand that the people summoning these demons and the devil themselves and even the spirit of Babylon, you do understand they're highly respected people, right? Just making sure. So the chosen one will come in the name of liberty and free us from the tyranny of the Black Brotherhood. Now, I'm not showing you close to anything. I don't want to dabble too far in the words of demons themselves. But I can give you a list of who they talk to. They talk to Isis. They talk to Pan. All in these same rituals. They talk to the spirit of Babalon, that same girl they saw on the back of that beast. You know what the Bible calls it, right? The W word. They talk to every ruling demon since the beginning of the world. The very biggest names. They were present with these people, telling them how to proceed. Got a block part of that, but this was that woman that they were talking to, one of them. Do you remember in Revelations when John wandered after this beast right behind me, and the angel's like, "What are you doing, John?" Then they told him just how evil she really was, drunken on the blood of that pesky Black Brotherhood. And so from January to March, they were working on their rituals, making sure everything was fine for the arrival of the moonchild, which was thought of and started working on months prior. Because remember, the beginning thoughts of this moonchild were in 1929. The rituals that led up to this moonchild were rituals to make sure the reincarnation or the carnation could enter the body as that spirit being evil. So who is this moonchild? Y'all really gonna hate me. But I will follow the information wherever it leads regardless. If I would not, I would never learn a thing. So after the conceiving of this moonchild, after months and months of rituals to open portals to get everything aligned in the spiritual, 2 months after all the portals were open, all the rituals were done, we have the June 14th, 1946 lunar eclipse. Remember, the conceiving of the moonchild happened before the Babylonian rituals. So those rituals were to bring forth, first off, the reincarnation of Babylon back to America. Second, to open the door for basically the devil to inhabit a child. So who is that child? The chosen one that brings liberty in his hand. June 14, 1946. June 14, 1946. A lot of people have a habit of just getting mad at the messenger, like, I'm the one who did these rituals in the desert. But I'm not. I'm just the one giving you the information. I know he's doing good things. By the way, this was recorded well before the Jeff files and all that other stuff, just so you know. I get that. But it was written in the 20s and the 40s and out the mouth of demons that the moonchild will be chosen and he would lead, and through liberty he would have his way. And the fact that they're all connected to the L. Y'all, that's a lot of coincidences to look past. And you want to know the craziest part of all of it? It is said that the one who opened the portal, being Jack Parsons, has to be the person to close the portal. And Jack Parsons unexpectedly passed away. Meaning that the portal that he opened to allow all this demonic wickedness in is still open to this day. Can anybody say Dior bags? It's a lot to think about, I know. And yeah, I could be wrong. But again, that's an awful lot of coincidences. And I don't believe in coincidence. I think we very well may just be at the very end. And it makes sense, doesn't it? Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments.
Shout out Henry Mooney there for the nice clip. I believe the secret societies have been running the world from a long time ago, and we are all seeing it unfold year after year. It's bad for us because we have to suffer the consequences.
Was that ant that stood up to me?
Yeah, but we can forget about him.
Yeah, it was just one ant. One ant.
Yeah, you're right. It's just one ant.
Yeah, boss, they're puny.
Puny?
Let's pretend this brain is a puny little ant.
Did that hurt?
Nope.
Well, how about this one?
Are you kidding?
How about this?
one ant stand up to us, then they all might stand up. Those puny little ants outnumber us 100 to 1. And if they ever figure that out, there goes our way of life. It's not about food. It's about keeping those ants in line.
The craziest Black Mirror that's happening. I don't know if you heard the two-way app.
What's a two-way app?
Say you have like a family member that like you know is gonna pass soon.
Oh my god.
Right? They'll do it like, you know how in the iPhone capture your face?
Oh, they create an AI
Yeah,
of them?
so they'll create an AI.
Okay, Mom, I just need a quick video.
Is this like an audition or something?
No, Mom, just 3 minutes.
You need my best side?
Can I say another?
And the first commercial, it was like a mom that's pregnant with a baby who's FaceTiming her dead grandma. And then the kid grows up later, he's still FaceTiming the grandma.
Oh, see, like, that's cool.
Yeah.
But it's just weird.
Hi, Grandma.
Hey, Charlie. How was school today?
It was really fun. I made this crazy shot in basketball.
I don't really care that much about basketball. What about the crush?
Stop. Grandma, stop.
The weird thing is, they do these personality tests so they can capture the persona.
Imagine the future of cemeteries.
Yeah.
So you go to the cemetery, instead of just going to the tombstone, you can actually talk to the relative. That's kind of cool. It's a bit weird, yes.
Is reincarnation real?
Everybody know it is. Nobody want to believe it. Listen, reincarnation is so real that everybody have died before and everybody know it, but everybody don't want to accept it. Everybody know it. Everybody know it. Listen, let me say this to you, right? Nothing can die. Energy just transfer. Heaven and hell is fake, right? Because Jesus said that heaven is right here on earth. So hell is also fake, right? This life, what people think is bad, is not actually bad, right? A lot of bad things happen to kind of like guide you the right way. So you really cannot fuck up in this life. That's why a lot of people don't know. That's why I don't be concerned when people be certain places, because I know they can't truly fuck up. You can't get out of here until you get out of here. The only way to get out of here is do the life right. But ain't nobody doing the life right.
And a lot of people, they don't understand that they have lived lives in the past and they are like reincarnated, and they don't know that we are our own saviors. We are reincarnated ancestors that they're looking for, that they're searching for.
Right, but listen, how you gonna know that when ever since you was born they told you Jesus, your mama was trying to control you, everywhere you go you got a ruler, the police, right? You go to school, you got the principal, you go to jail, you got the warden, everywhere you go you got somebody ahead of you. So how the fuck can anybody look at themselves like I'm that? When I need everybody else to do everything that I want to be, according to them.
Okay, so would reincarnation be a journey through time, dimension, or the state of consciousness?
I put it like this: reincarnation is a state of consciousness. Like this, so for everybody watching, I'm gonna tell you this. So everybody come in this world first as a germ, right? After you become a germ, you become a mineral. After you become a mineral, you become an animal. After you become an animal, you become a man or a woman. You get in the physical body. Now to get past this level, you have to do it with no attachments. Let me tell you this: you got one cell. Of certain animals and certain things have one cell, but then your cells they grow. They grow as you grow. Is that my phone? They grow as you grow, right? And so what I'm saying is that it's a journey that everybody must take, right? So everybody think like it's this bad thing, like, okay, life is so bad, but actually it's good if you stay away from the bad, right? So you gotta learn how to stay away from the things you don't like and do the things that you do like, and reincarnation help you with that. It's kind of like a gift from God. A lot of people don't look at it like that, because like, think if heaven and hell was real, you fuck up, then you die, you go to hell, it's over, right? But reincarnation is a blessing, because it gives you a lot of time to get it right. The only problem is you don't remember.
This woman is convinced that her 5-month-old son, Walker, is the reincarnation of her mother, and she says she has plenty of reasons to believe it. Her mom passed away over 7 years ago, and what makes it even stranger is that Walker was born on the exact same day and month her mother passed away. But that's not even the creepiest part. Over time, she started noticing something unsettling. Whenever Walker sees photos of his grandmother, he immediately lights up. He smiles, reaches out, and tries to touch her face, like he recognizes her somehow, even though, of course, he never met her in real life. That's when the woman decided to test her theory and see if there was any truth to the idea that her son might actually be her mother reincarnated. She began asking him simple questions, things like, tilt your head if you're a reincarnation, and he would respond,
Walker, tilt your head if you were reincarnated.
When she asked if he was the reincarnation of her father, Walker shook his head no, almost like he fully understood what she was saying.
Are you Grandpa? Are you Granny?
Some people are so creative when it comes to use AI. I mean, That app is very great for people who have a hard time to let go of their loved ones. Tell us what you think down below. And also tell us if you believe in reincarnation.
I still think the craziest space fact might be that you are made of dead stars, and I mean that very literally. Stars are the original nuclear reactors. They squish atoms together so tightly that they literally forge new heavy elements. But the atoms in our bodies didn't come from just one star. They came from dozens. The iron in your blood was forged inside a dying star. The calcium in your bones came from a completely different star that died with a supernova explosion, potentially millions of years earlier. And then there's the gold. There's about 0.2 milligrams of it in your body right now, and every single atom was created when two neutron stars smashed together at 1/3 of the speed of light. This is one of the most violent events in our entire universe, a kilonova explosion. It literally sends ripples through the fabric of space-time, and it's the only way that gold is able to form. And here's my favorite one. 10% of your body by mass is hydrogen. That hydrogen is as old as the universe itself, and it has never changed forms. You are 10% Big Bang.
We are light beings from a realm of light. In a famous verse in the Bible, Jesus says, "You are the light of the world." But what if Jesus meant it literally? Check this out from the Gospel of Thomas, where Jesus says, "There is light within a man of light, and he lights up all of the world." Think about that. If you become a man of light, there is light within you, and you illuminate the entire world. It implies that light isn't just what you see with your eyes, it's spiritual knowledge, goodness, divine essence, and it is in us. Thomas records an even crazier exchange where Jesus tells his disciples what to say when people basically interrogate their identity. It goes like this. Jesus said, "If they ask you, 'Where are you from?' reply to them, 'We have come from the place where light is produced from itself. It came and revealed itself in their image.' If they ask you, 'Are you it, the light?' reply to them, 'We are his sons. We are the chosen ones of the living Father.'" In other words, we originated in the light realm, took on human form, and we are, in essence, beings of light, divine sparks from the source. So when Jesus said, "You are the light of the world," sure, on the surface, it's about good deeds, but in the secret teachings, he was reminding you of your cosmic origin story. That's the real revolution Jesus started, not a religion, a chain reaction, a million stars waking up one by one by one.
There are about 8 billion people on this planet, maybe more. But here's a disturbing fact about it. Out of these 8 billion, at around only 3 billion have souls. The others? Let's just say they are not fully here. They are running on biology alone, no inner spark, no real awareness, just behavior, habits, and programming. Think about it for a second. You've met people who never question anything, who repeat headlines like scripts, who feel nothing when the world shifts except annoyance that their routine got interrupted. They don't wrestle with meaning. They don't sit alone and feel that strange pull asking who they are or why they're here. They just consume, react, comply, and move on. Smooth, predictable, efficient. Now look at the ones who don't fit, the people who feel out of place in normal life, the ones who sense something is off even when everything looks fine on the surface. They question systems. They feel energy in rooms. They get drained around crowds. Those people get labeled weird, difficult, unstable, or arrogant, not because they are wrong, but because they disrupt the script. Here's the uncomfortable part. Awareness acts like a mirror. When someone with depth stands near someone without it, the contrast creates tension. Not anger, not logic, just discomfort. That's why independent thinkers get mocked, sidelined, or targeted. They remind others of something missing. This isn't about being better. It's about being awake. Consciousness isn't evenly distributed, and it never has been. History proves that only a minority ever questions the structure they live inside. So when people talk about a shift, an awakening, or a separation, it's not mystical poetry. It's a sorting process. Some people expand inward, others stay exactly the same, and the world quietly reorganizes around that difference.
This is just a theory, not a fact.
I believe many people are living like NPCs out here, not knowing that we are great beings of the light. We can't blame them because that's how society has molded them to be. Let's continue. Cause we have more creepy videos ahead.
Right. Rep Annapolina Luna was just confirming that we have interdimensional beings here on Earth. Luna has said that there is evidence of interdimensional beings that can operate through the time and spaces that we currently have. Yeah, I think that a good example of that would be some of the photo-visual evidence that we have seen directly in some of these classified briefings that will now be made public. That statement alone? Holy cow, check it out.
With that, we bring in Republican Congresswoman from Florida, Annapolina Luna. She is chair of the Oversight Committee Task Force on the Declassification of Federal Secrets. She has said that there is evidence of interdimensional beings that can operate through the time spaces that we currently have, which is obviously going to catch a lot of people's attention. Annapolina Luna, thank you very much, Congresswoman. It's good to have you with us today. I want to go back to that. You told Joe Rogan in a podcast in August when you were discussing all of this that you have viewed evidence of interdimensional beings here on Earth and that they operate through the time spaces that we currently have. Can you explain what you mean by that?
Yeah, I think that a good example would be some of the photo visual evidence that we've seen directly in some of these classified briefings that will now be made public. One of the famously now, infamous videos that we showed in one of our hearings was actually a video that was dead dropped to Eric Burleson, who's a member of Congress from within the Department of War, and it shows a UAP, an unidentified air phenomena, deflecting a Hellfire missile. This was taken off of ISR footage off the coast of, I believe it was Yemen. So long story short, there have been briefings that we've received as Congress that leads us to believe that, yes, there is definitely an advanced technology out there that's not created by mankind. And yes, of course, we've seen other evidence where it could potentially be UAPs, and then we later find out that there's drones, but there is a certain amount of evidence that we simply can't explain. Some of the physics that are defied in how these vehicles operate are very interesting to note, and we are not the only government that's, looked into this extensively, but I really do look at this from a lens of national security. And as you know, as we continue to evolve specifically on the front of AI and drone technology, we have to ensure that A, are these things, whatever they may be, are they potential adversarial weapons, advanced weapons, or not? And I think the whole aspect that the federal government can deny access to members of Congress, of which has happened not just to myself, but to other members of Congress as well, is not just alarming, but it's also something that cannot truly exist in a free and fair society. Government should not operate in secrecy. And so I look forward to the American people being able to determine their own conclusion after they've seen some of the evidence that we've seen. But most recently, Representative Gates actually came forward. He was on that initial CODAL with me and Representative Tim Burchett, where we were denied access. And he will tell you that if you've seen some of the stuff that we've seen, you will too become a believer.
So, I mean, it's fascinating. And, so you're saying that the Air Force has covered up UAP sightings. So, if there is potentially, is it because it's technology that we have that they don't want anyone to know that we have militarily? Or is it that it's a foreign actor who has some abilities in technology and things that spin in ways that we can't understand?
Based on our interviews that we've conducted, not just in person, but also given some of the testimony that we've received, we do have reason to believe that this tech is not created by mankind. However, it is also possible that there are certain advanced weapons that the U.S. government may have.
But the lie is coming. All indications, like all of them, is that lie is going to be that there is a craft slowly making its way to us here on Earth. And that is the lie they're going to want you to believe. It's nuanced, how they explain that, the nature of that threat. But that 100% is the lie you are going to be told. You even got a date. People have been whispering a date for a long time now. I know where that lie comes from. I know specifically what document from the 70s initiated the idea of that lie. A classified document. That is the lie you will be told. You're going to be told that there is a craft on its way to Earth. That's the lie. Maybe I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. I sent you 2 texts today with a year. Not from me. Nope. I'm not going to propagate that lie. Not going to be part of it. Not going to say it to the camera. Everybody knows. Just start paying attention. And they'll change the date, especially if they see this. Things will change. Because maybe I'm trustworthy. Maybe I'm worthy of your trust. Maybe I've told you the truth the whole way through it. Now you can verify it. If that's the case, then I'm fucking dangerous. You've been told the truth about UFOs for a long time now. It's been pretty orchestrated. It's been pretty clear. And it's using people that are telling the truth and want to tell the truth. Ultimately, they want you to know something. They want you to know UFOs are real. Thank God we're finally there. We're all there now. They want you to know the truth. But why they want you to know that truth now? Hope I'm wrong, but it's terrifying. Think about it. Maybe it's good to get ahead of it. Call it out now before they do it. I'll be called crazy. That's okay.
There is a lot being talked about the aliens, and we really can't what's true anymore. Do you think they are right, or it's just speculation? Tell us down in the comments and subscribe to the channel for future updates.
Кусок стекла. Так, я, короче, сейчас ближе скажу, посмотрю.
Getting the video of the egg was an insane process. And I say insane in the most complimentary way because I totally believe in security and that I totally believe that the government is watching a bunch of stuff and tracking a lot of things. So the process that we had to do to go get that footage. But my boss, Andy, like on a burner phone, had to basically go and dig through the snow, and somebody was watching him saying like, you're almost there it is. And he like dug through the snow. This was last winter. So yeah, it was like a year ago. And he like got the flash drive, and that's how we got the video of the egg, because that's how scared these guys are for men and women are for their safety and their security. So we're going to do everything that we can to protect that. If they're going to trust us with their story, we're going to do every single thing that we can to protect them and honor them, to get the truth out.
I thought there was only 28 days in February. Well, according to this calendar in 1972, there was 29 days. But wait! In February 1973, 28 days came back. What happened to that other day? Same thing here, guys. In 1976, they brung the day back. Look, 29 days. But when 1977 came back around, guys, 28 days came back. You know why these days don't really matter? Because there's no such thing as days. And we all know what these months stand for. I seen a video, I'm not saying it's true, but the video that I seen breaks down all the names of the months. Shut up! Don't you talk about that. Because if the days ain't real, that means time ain't real. And when you think about it, who really made up time? And if you ask me, you could never be too late and you could never be too early. Because they're clearly playing games with the calendar that we follow every day. Shut up! It's not a game. But of course, guys, entertainment purposes only. I'm just letting people know that there was 29 days in February at one point. Now there's 28. I don't know, guys. Let me know what you think about this. I'm out.
But why not? Because really, the stars are in alignment.
The stars are in alignment, but the calendar is not. Calendar comes from the word calend, which is taxes. We know the state of our people fucked up, and when you get somebody that has been celebrated by pop culture that really comes to tell the people the truth, they laugh and kiki like this shit funny. The new year can't be in January at the deadest time of the year. The new year is right now when the sun rises. That's why the allegory of the resurrection was talking about God's son, not S-O-N, the S-U-N, resurrecting. The sun is rising again. This is the new year in the spring. It's springing into a new year. There's really 10 months in a year. This is a Roman Gregorian calendar that we've been under. Your dad planted his seed in your mother. 9 to 10 months is full term. You got here. How can your birthday be every 12 months if it only took you 10 months to get here? You have a guy named Julius Caesar and Caesar Augustus. They added their own months to the calendar year.
Yeah.
July and August. That's why everything Sept is usually 7, but September's 9. Everything octagon, octopus is 8. Why is October the 10th month? Everything Nueve, Nuevo, Nino is 9. Why is November 11? Decimal's 10. How can December be 12? Because they added 2 months to the year. That's why everybody's algorithm is out of order. That's why we can't get in alignment. Well, they can't get in alignment to their assignment because they're not in alignment to nature.
Those were some interesting clips right there, especially them ones about our calendar. Y'all know we have been using the wrong calendar, and that's why I always trust astronomy, because the stars never lie or and can never be changed.
Pay attention, because the Simpsons might make you rich overnight before April 4th. Wallahi. And everybody knows by now, the Simpsons predict literally everything, like Trump becoming the president, and even this bum getting arrested. I swear they're linked to the fucking government or some shit. But now this is where this gets insane. Marge, in a new episode, went into the future and grabbed a book that says future sports results and crypto market prices. And you can clearly see the price of all these crypto coins. Bitcoin, XRP, BNB, and Ethereum. But there's a coin at the bottom at $1 USOR, and I've never heard of it. And it had me thinking, what the fuck are the Simpsons predicting next? And it turns out this coin is linked right to China and United States. And it's all about their oil war. So now let me put you guys the fuck on and how this can make you a ton of money. Everybody has been seeing the news about China and United States fighting over oil. And even this article coming out saying BlackRock and the United States hand in hand want to tokenize oil. Because all these motherfuckers care about is damn money, man. It's sad. So after seeing that article, I did some digging and found BlackRock's Digital Liquidity Fund. It's a private fund. $10 billion is going into these cryptocurrencies, XRP, Chainlink, HBAR, and USOR, the same coin from the fucking Simpsons episode. So after seeing that, I aped in a couple grand, and USOR is pumping, already at a 4 mil market cap. And this coin has only been out for a day. As well as you can see USOR in BlackRock's crypto wallet. What the fuck do they know that we don't? Off of speculation, I aped a bag into USOR, and I'm currently up like 30% already in one day, and I don't think this thing is slowing down. If y'all want the contract address for USOR, comment oil, I'll send it over to you. Do your own research, but this thing is going to be insane. Peace.
Oh my god. Did you? Oh my god. Did you?
Bugs live on your eyelashes. They're called demotics mite, and when you fall asleep, they crawl out of your eyelids, feeding on oil and dead skin around the eyes. And then they crawl back inside before the morning. And yes, almost every human has them, so say hi to your roommates.
They dropped in the goldfish, and as it swam, the overhead camera tracked the direction of its nose, making the tiny wheels underneath roll wherever the fish turned its head. The scientist also placed a pink board on one of the walls, and when the goldfish drove itself there, it would get a tasty reward. But even when they put the board onto a different wall, the fish still found the right one every single time, meaning they weren't just swimming randomly, they were learning to adapt to new environments just like a human. They set up the camera to keep an eye on their toddler, but he woke up at 2 a.m., screaming and pointing at the camera. At first, his mother thought she was dreaming, but she heard a man's voice softly shushing him through the speaker. Then her husband heard it too. She ran into the toddler's room and froze. She saw the light on the baby monitor was flashing, meaning someone was watching them. You see, the monitor was connected through Wi-Fi, and someone had hacked in just to talk to their son through the camera.
Quite some funny clips right there. Who thought a gorilla can fuck up a lion? Talk of the king of the jungle. That's just crazy, y'all. Leave a like below if you are enjoying the video so far, and subscribe for a daily dose of crazy content.
Always trust your kids when they tell you this. A mother from Argentina named Fiorella was accompanied by her daughter for an afternoon walk when she began to notice her daughter was acting very strange. Pointing at the ground, saying things like, "There's someone down there." Feeling sort of creeped out, but not seeing anything, she brushed it off as a kid's imagination and ignored it.
Pero eso no le veo, mi amor.
But moments later, while on their way back, her daughter mentions this little girl she saw earlier is now right behind them, following her.
Pero no hay nada, mi amor.
The girl, in a playful manner, then tells this invisible entity to come along. Feeling a sense of fear from not knowing what to do, Fiorella records, hoping someone can make sense of this. It's known that kids and animals are able to see things we can't, so could it be that she saw something her mother couldn't? Let me know what you believe.
This is said to be the only video of a so-called Red Room ever leaked from the Darknet. And if it's real, the implications are horrifying. A Red Room is believed to be a live stream where extreme violence is carried out to satisfy the desires of a very small group of extremely wealthy people. Access isn't free. Just finding the registration is nearly impossible. An entry is supposedly paid in Bitcoin. Those with enough money can even make donations to request personal actions. But the most disturbing part isn't the money, it's how this could even work. Live streaming requires a constant flow of data. On the Darknet, people hide behind Tor and VPNs, but a stream can't simply disappear every second. The URL would need to constantly change without breaking the broadcast or disconnecting viewers. That level of control would require advanced infrastructure and expert-level knowledge, which leads to the darkest conclusion. If Red Rooms exist, they are likely not run by random criminals, but protected by powerful, wealthy people operating in private digital spaces. So what do you think? Just a myth pushed too far, or something that was never meant to be seen? Subscribe, or we'll never see each other again.
When was the last time you saw Kelly Osbourne? Why do I ask? Because Kelly Osbourne took to Instagram and uploaded a video. And when the video was released, her fans were confused. Why do I say that? Because she was unrecognizable in the video. If you haven't seen the video or the images or don't know what I'm talking about, have a look at this.
Hello, I'm Kelly Osbourne, and I just want to take a second to thank the people of Birmingham.
Who is that in the video? Is that Kelly Osbourne? I came across a few comments on the video that kind of made a lot of sense. So many lookalikes, but where are the originals? This was Kelly Osbourne not too long ago. So who is this Kelly Osbourne that appeared in that video? So the question needs to be asked, has Hollywood claimed another celebrity? And as I say in all my videos, I understand that people can age and people can change. But these celebrities are just not looking the same. So I guess my question to you is, what is going on with Kelly Osbourne? Has Hollywood claimed another celebrity? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and as always, I'd love to hear from you.
How many of y'all have ever seen videos from the Red Room? That clips from the dark web really gave me the creeps, and it's insane people would pay to view such horrific things.
Do you want to know exactly how to ruin your career in 5 seconds? Just ask Yo Mama. Obviously, I don't mean asking your actual mother, but the YouTube channel Yo Mama. Or at least the person behind the channel. You see, Yo Mama was created by a guy by the name of Zach James. Now, Zach James recently got into a controversy that destroyed the entire career of Yo Mama. But first, we need to talk about what led up to the downfall. When Zach James first came onto the YouTube scene, he wanted to have an animation channel. So he hires a couple animators as well as a voice actor, which was fellow YouTuber Brock Baker. And as you guys know, he's the voice behind Brody, which is the buff blonde guy that narrates all the jokes. And this is very important information for later. Now, when Yo Mama first came out, they were scorching hot, like the channel was going crazy. Everyone and their mom, no pun intended, was watching the Yo Mama YouTube channel. But that was until the controversy started happening. The first nail in the coffin was just the overall content of Yo Mama. Now, if you're familiar with Yo Mama, you know that they have high quality over-the-top animations. However, sometimes it could get a bit graphic, and some of the jokes were just not becoming suitable for younger audiences, as well as the jokes also getting very repetitive, as well as the fact that they just kept adding characters that nobody asked for. Now, you see, we had our original lineups of mamas. We had the fat mama, we had the ugly mama, we had the stupid mama, which is one of my personal favorites. We had the short mama. We had the old mama, as well as the poor mama. And lastly, the hairy mama. Anything after these mamas was just complete bogus. Like, for example, American mama. Evil mama, which I'm pretty sure not a single soul asked for. Skinny mama, who I feel like would have fit in with the originals, but wasn't introduced in time. Strict mama, which I'm not gonna lie was pretty funny. Karen mama, who was just added for the memes. Religious mama, again, another one that nobody asked for. Lazy mama, which I'm not gonna lie was funny. There was also rich mama. A lot of these were just polar opposites of the original mamas. But then they started adding mamas from random countries, like for example, Russian mama. They even had smart mama. And don't even get me started when they tried adding yo daddy jokes. This should not have existed. They also added hot mama, as well as slime mama, who I'm 100% sure were only there for fan service. And that was the third nail in the coffin. The fan service was just becoming too much. There was a point in time where if you went to Yo Mama's YouTube channel, it was just a bunch of goon bait with these two characters. I guess they realized that their audience was growing up and maturing and going through puberty, so they tried to capitalize on that. However, what finally put Yo Mama in the grave was the recent incident that just happened. And this was the whole Yo Mama coin incident. Basically, the creator of Yo Mama thought it would be a good idea to release a Yo Mama crypto coin. And if y'all know anything about YouTubers and cryptocurrency, that is probably like the worst combination in existence. Sorry to the people who brush their teeth after drinking orange juice. But yeah, you could not name a single YouTuber meme coin that was not a scam, and Yo Mama was the exact same. As you can see, this coin went to absolute zero and it was just a rug pull. Zach James basically just scammed the last of the Yo Mama fanbase. Now this would get called out by other YouTubers such as Plain Rock, who responded by saying, yes, scam your OnlyFans left. There was also people mocking the situation, saying Yo Mama's so stupid she thought meme coins might work, as well as people just expressing outright disgust about the whole situation. Now Zach James would respond and he just continued to defend himself as well as Yo Mama. Now there was a problem. A lot of people thought that Brock Baker, who was just a voice actor, was involved in this. So Brock Baker would put out a statement saying that he was not associated with any of this and that he was distancing himself from Yo Mama. Another animator from the team by the name of Red Minus also stated that they would be distancing themselves from Yo Mama. So it seems like this channel has literally lost everything that built it up in the first place. Now, if you go to the channel, it's still uploading videos today, surprisingly. However, these videos are getting little to no views. Like, I don't know how this channel is making revenue. But now that this channel has lost one of its best animators and best voice actors, it's over.
If Lucifer really is buried beneath the Vatican in a chained iron coffin, then what happened to the men who were ordered to guard him? In 1915, after the Avezzano earthquake, a restricted corridor beneath St. Peter's collapsed. 2 custodians vanished under the stone. Only one body was recovered. He was embalmed inside the Vatican, treated as a martyr to secrecy. But 3 weeks later, the embalmer noticed something impossible. 2 2 small horns had begun to push through the forehead. Not symbolic, not ritual, actual bone. The embalmer demanded the body be removed from his care. But here's where it becomes impossible. The second body was never recovered. A classified file titled Actum de Rosario Custodis, the Rosary of the Custodian, dated 1915, records his rosary being discovered on top of Lucifer's iron coffin. All 7 locks on the chamber door were inspected. None had been tampered with. All were still sealed. Lucifer remains there to this day. Only now, he may not be alone.
And that's a wrap for today's journey into the strange and unsettling. Thank you for watching and stepping into the unknown with us. If these creepy, mind-bending videos left you wanting more, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe button so you never miss an episode. Got a favorite moment? Or maybe a clip you want to see in the next one? Drop a comment below. We love hearing from you. Until next time, stay curious, stay brave, and always be ready for the unexpected. We'll see you soon, right here at the spot, where the weird and wonderful never stops. See y'all in the next one. Peace.